welcome to Mountain to Lake Realty Showcase. I'm Bob Parcell.
And I'm Steve Furrow.
Thank you very much for watching. Appreciate everything that Cable 12 does for us, Jamie and Steve. And please bookmark the website you see on your screen, our company website of mountaintolake.com.
And if you would like to visit with us in person, stop by our office. We're located there on 195 South Main Street in Rocky Mount. Someone is there from 8:30 to 5, Monday through Friday. We'd love to have you stop by the office there. And if those hours don't work for you, then give us a call and we'll come to you. We'll meet with you when it's convenient for your schedule. So just let us know about your interest in buying or selling property and we'll be glad to help. So, Bob, week after Thanksgiving here?
Mm-hmm.
Lots of turkey in your, did you have a lot of turkey during Thanksgiving?
Quite a bit.
Yeah.
How about you?
Yeah, I had a fair amount myself. Did you do anything exciting for Thanksgiving?
Just try not to get too bloated.
Gosh.
No, I'm lucky. We don't travel for Thanksgiving. Everybody comes to our house. We don't have to get on a plane, but it's such a busy time. I look at the news and people in airports and the delays. I'm just thankful that I stay here.
Yeah,
and I do a lot of traveling and get outside and do something besides sit around the table. So it was great.
Good deal. Good deal.
Great holiday.
Yes, sir. It is that. Certainly is. So, well, Bob, our first listing today is a commercial listing. Let's talk a little bit about, in your mind, maybe what is the difference between things to consider when you're going to sell a commercial property versus maybe a residential or what most people would refer to as their homes. What are some things to think about when you're doing those things?
Well, that's a good question. We've been fortunate at Mountain Lake Realty to sell several commercial properties in the former Fidelity Bank. I think you were involved in the sale of the former John Deere building
Dealership.
South of Rocky Mount, which is now I think a propane dealership.
That's
and
correct.
Quite a few others. But I think one of the biggest thing is when you're selling a commercial property, for the buyer especially, it's more about numbers than emotion. A lot of times when people buy, they're a little more objective. Like when you buy a home, sometimes a deck can cause you to want to buy a house, or how this kitchen is done. Those things, kind of an emotional thing. It's where you want to raise your family. But with commercial properties, a lot of times it's just numbers. Is this going to work? Mm-hmm. Somewhat like a rentals. When people are buying rental properties, or I guess in the form of commercial, they're looking at obviously the rent, the expenses, the vacancy rate, and it's just math. And the people who are good at that can really figure it out and make it work. Same thing a lot of times with commercial properties when people look whether the lease or not. Another way is how we advertise it. Our company, we have our listings on LoopNet and CoStar, which to me is kind of like the Realtor.com for residential is what LoopStar and CoStar are to commercial.
Right, sure.
And then we pay a fee to have our listings there. So if someone was in another area of the country and they're looking for properties in this area, they can search for it in that way. And we always contact both the town of Rocky Mount and Franklin County. They're very good to work with us to get it on in their economic development department to have it on their list. So if somebody in another state contacts the town or the county about moving a business here, they're well aware of the availability of that property.
What the opportunity might be.
And then it can really get complicated, I think, when you're selling a business in addition to just the real estate. So the first property that we're going to show today, there's not a business there. It's been used as a business, but we're not selling the real estate and the business. Like, for example, my brother sold his heating and air conditioning company a few years ago. I was not involved in that, but I'm sure they looked into how much income it brought, that
Sure.
the business brought in. He didn't just sell the building, and that's when it gets a lot more complicated when you bring in your income and expenses. And that's why you need, hopefully, our company to help you have all that information readily available. So if you're in that situation as a buyer, we're not scrambling trying to figure out what's the income, what are the taxes, what are the expenses, try to make this work. Because again, it's a numbers thing.
Certainly. So, selling commercial property, there are a lot of things to consider. It's fair to say, and you've highlighted several of those. And so, Bob, I think we'll just jump in and we'll talk about this one that you got here,
Okay.
a brand new listing.
That sounds great. This is a very nice building. It's on North Main Street at the corner of Circle Drive. It has 16 parking spaces, which frequently with commercial properties is a big deal.
You bet.
And another thing, Steve, we failed to mention is you get into zoning a lot of times with commercial properties as opposed to residential. Usually residential, that's not an issue, but depending on the buyer's use, sometimes zoning comes into play. But this building is built in 1999. Again, it's on the corner of North Main and Circle Drive. Has over 2,800 square feet, 16 parking spaces all in the rear. Has a nice covered rear entry. It's zoned GB. It was previously used as a probation office, but certainly could be used for other purposes that GB would allow, or if that doesn't allow what the buyer wants, then we could attempt to get it rezoned. Here's a view from North Main Street, and the entrance is on the back. There's 2 heat pumps. They both have been replaced. As I mentioned, 16 parking spaces. Easy to get in and out. High traffic count on North Main. I managed to take this picture and not have any accidents. I know you're proud of me for that. I did look both ways. But you step inside, and to oversimplify the entire perimeter of the building, there's at least 12 offices all on the outside, meaning they all have a window. You have this large conference room. There's a reception area, there's a waiting room, there's 4 half baths. Of course, internet access is critical for anyone, especially a business, and I think Chantel Cable certainly is available in the town. There's other options. Our office, I think, is with CenturyLink, but we have great internet, so we have a little technology room, if you will, here. So that's kind of what we got going on with this nice property at 245 Circle Drive on North Main Street.
So we're going to head to another new listing. This is on Bertha Street. And Bob, we've had the pleasure of helping clients with residential and commercial property, and not only in Franklin County, but we get into other counties as well, Roanoke, Bedford. This one happens to be in Pulaski County. It's a 3-bedroom, 2 full bath, almost 1,200 total square feet here with this property. But this is in Pulaski, Virginia, Bertha Street in Pulaski. It's a nice, well-maintained home. It's all one-level living. Been very well maintained and taken care of. Bertha Street, if you're not familiar, is a very quiet street, a great spot to hang out and enjoy a peaceful living here. Here's a shot of the living room as we step inside. You can see, I mentioned it's all one-level living. You've got the living room there, and of course we come in here to the kitchen, the dining area. See? Laundry here on the entry level. We move into the master bedroom and master bath. Nice big tub in there in that master bath. A double bowl vanity is always nice. This will be bedroom number 2. Bathroom number 2. Bedroom number 3. So it's on 0.23 acres. You got a nice backyard here. Get a chance to see that. It does have a nice fenced-in backyard. See, as well as the front deck has been converted into a nice screened-in porch. A water heater has recently been replaced. So it was ready to go here on Bertha Street in Pulaski.
We come back to Rocky Mount for the 7.5 acre listing on Sycamore Street. If you came into our office and said you wanted 7.5 acres or roughly in that acreage amount within the town limits or right outside the town limits, it'd be hard to find. So in the county we can locate that. But you have 7.5 acres. It's technically just outside the town of Rocky Mount. However, town water and sewer hookup is an option. You do have long road frontage on Sycamore Street, which should be close to all the amenities of Rocky Mount. Manufactured homes would be allowed for the 7.5 acre tract just outside the town limits in Sycamore Street.
All right. So from just right outside the town limits, one side of the town, we're going to come to the other side. This one is Rocky Mount. It's Ormac Lane. You got 5 bedrooms and 4 full baths. Yes, 5 bedrooms and 4 full baths. You got 6.4 3 acres here. You're going to sit, this property is set just right outside of Rocky Mount, but it's between Rocky Mount and Boone's Mill, if you will. Ormac Lane is right off of 220. If you were to come from Rocky Mount and you're heading north on 220, just past Wirtz Road, you would turn left and head back south on 220, and Ormac Lane would be on your right. That's the best way for me to describe it there. But this home has a lot of unique features. We're going to talk about as many as we can here, but Bob's telling me we got to keep moving, so we'll stay after that. You really, you step up there on the front porch, and a nice slate front porch, a really unique spot there to hang out, spot for rocking chairs, a front porch swing, whatever you'd like here. We step inside, again that slate carries on into the foyer. A really nice foyer here with the slate flooring and a grand staircase. You really got to appreciate that. Guys, there's lots of things here. 9-foot ceilings throughout the home, which makes this very unique. You get to see a chance to see these fireplaces. There are actually 3 fireplaces throughout this home. This is going to be a shot of the living room. This is the dining room, and Miss Betty is all excited about all of that space, storage space. Look at all that cabinetry that you see there. Just tons and tons of storage space here in this home. A shot of the kitchen. Coming around to the family room again. Again, there's another shot of that second fireplace that you see, but if things are getting a little chilly, Bob, it's nothing like a little wood heat.
You're right.
Get you warmed up after a cold day, having been outside in the elements. So
That's very true.
and a nice Florida room here off of the family room that you see here, but a really nice family room. An opportunity for you to get some additional sunshine. I can see all kinds of greenery, plants growing here in this Florida room. Large master bedroom that you see here, lots of closet space. This would be bedroom number 2, bathroom number 2. These are all on the entry level. This will be bedroom number 3. Coming back around, we're going to catch another part of the Florida room that I mentioned there before. Just a great spot there on this entry level. Here we are coming up the steps from that grand staircase here at the landing there. We're upstairs. As I mentioned, there are 5 bedrooms and 4 full baths here. We're a little over 6,000 total square feet here with this property. That is upstairs, downstairs, and no stairs. Is that fair, Bob? So here is landing. Now we're on the bedrooms upstairs. Large bedrooms throughout this home. In the shop. It's that bathroom upstairs, and rounding around. Here's an additional bedroom, last bedroom upstairs. Now we're headed downstairs. There's the 3rd fireplace that we talked about. Nice brick masonry fireplace. Tons of room down here. I mean, you can make this a rec room. You could make it a craft room. I mean, there's all kinds of spaces down here in this lower level for you to make it what you would want. Some bookshelves there on this room there. Here's a shot of the walkout basement. You head out that door there in the lower level. This is I think the 4th and final full bath here on the lower level. But a nice spot here for the laundry room. Plenty of place storage that you've got. Great shot of the back side of the home. I mentioned this 6.43 acres. You get a chance to see that long Florida room that we were talking about. Just a lot of unique features here with this property. Do have a garage, storage shed, if you will, here off the back side of the home. Great spot to store all your toys. It does have a concrete floor on the inside. Has an additional storage shed that you see here. 6.43 acres, I think I'd mentioned that before. This is Ormac Lane in Rocky Mount. Definitely worth a look.
So we'll travel from a little bit north of Rocky Mountain with the property Steve just showed you. So it's just a little bit south, across from Willow Creek Country Club is where you'll find this one owner custom built brick home with a nice paved drive coming in, brick walkway, brick covered front porch, 14.48 acres. And as you're traveling down Route 220, this driveway will be on your right. And if you continue down 220, passing the driveway, all the land between there and another road that's state maintained called Clark Road goes with it. There's 4 other lots that go with it that are vacant. You could build on or sell separately. They also touch Clark Road. So you have the potential to access those lots as well as this house off Clark Road if you so desired. Extremely high-end quality materials is in this home. You come in that covered brick front porch into a nice brick foyer. The entry level has over 2,670 square feet. To your left is this large living room, formal dining room. If you were to come in through it has an attached 2-car garage, and there's a breezeway connecting that garage to the house. You step into the kitchen, you have this very large breakfast nook area with a bay window. Looks like there's 6 chairs there. It's a very large breakfast area. Cherry cabinets in the kitchen. There's also a half bath, laundry, and desk area right off the kitchen. It's very convenient. Nice pass to there to a really nice den with wood floors and a masonry fireplace leading out to a slate patio. Here's that formal dining room. So for Thanksgiving, you can pack them in the dining room, Steve, and put them in the breakfast area, or put them on the 14.5 acres and let them eat outside.
Well, Bob, I want you, my kids tell me Thanksgiving's over and they're on to Christmas. This would be a great spot for that too.
It sure would. I've seen your kids. You have some good kids. The 14.48 acres would be good for them too.
Yes,
kind of like my grandson. Come inside when you want to go to bed. But this is that nice formal family room I mentioned with the pass through the kitchen. This is my opinion is who buys this house will spend a lot of time here because you have a masonry fireplace, built-in bookshelves, real private. Gas logs are there. This is a 4-bedroom, 3.5 bath home with 3 bedrooms, 2 full baths and a half bath, all on the entry. Lots of closet space, very large bedrooms. Bedroom 1 and 2. One of 2 entry-level full baths. Here's that, when you come in out of that mud room or the breezeway off the attached 2-car garage, on your left immediately in the kitchen is the laundry, half bath and desk area. There's another 1,000 square feet finished in the lower level, bringing your total square footage finished to 3,676. That door in front of you leads outside, no steps. So if you had guests, they have lots of privacy. Come in this large den. It's a large bedroom, full bath in this area. Lots of privacy for them and the homeowner. There's a wet bar there. Off to the left is some unfinished area. The full bath is beyond. Very large bedroom. All 4 bedrooms are large with lots of closet space. So again, you have a paved drive coming in, 2-car garage. A lot of timber value on this property. It sits well off Virgil Highway with lots of woods to give you some privacy and knock down any noise you may hear from Virgil Highway. It's a very high-end home, very nice land. Next picture shows you that a slate patio off that family room. One buyer recently said they may convert that to a screen porch. Plenty of room to do that and leave some of it uncovered for your grill so you don't burn your screen porch down. Very nice home just a little south of Rocky Mount, 14.48 acres. And again, in addition to where the house sits, there's 4 other lots that make that up that are already in existence. So if you wanted to sell or build on those, they're already a separate tax parcel.
So we're going to continue to head, we'll head south on 220. We're going to get on Lillian Naff. And best way to find Lillian Naff is South 220, right on Oak Level, then a right on the original Henry Road, then left on Lilly and Naff, and this property is out there on your left. And it sits right, it's still in Franklin County, but it's right near the Henry-Franklin County line. It's 8.87 acres, 2 bedrooms, 2 full baths here in this brick ranch home that you see here. A little over 1,950 total square feet here with the home itself. We've talked about lots of different things. We opened up talking about commercial properties. We shared with you some other residential properties. This property is truly unique in that you've got a great home, you've got a great detached garage, and then you've got a fantastic 36 by 100 metal building that is just second to none here with this property. So we're going to talk a little bit about each one of those things as we move forward, but this property, 8.87 acres, you could have goats, sheep, maybe a few cows here. You've got the building to be able to take care of that and then some, plus this detached garage that allows you to, store a couple of your classic cars, or, maybe you got a boat because we're not far from Philpott Lake. All those things are very great possibilities here on Lilly and Naff Road. So we're going to step inside and get a chance to see the living room area. This is a shot from the other side looking back towards the door there coming off of that covered patio that you see. Step inside. Here's the shot of the kitchen area. A nice built-in bar. It's always a great addition to any home. Here's the large bedroom on the entry level that you see here. Of course, the bathroom, full bath on the entry level. We're going to step downstairs to this family room. Just have a nice fireplace there that you see. We step into this room. Could be a rec room. There's no windows, no closets, so it really couldn't be a bedroom, but it's a great space here. Maybe a craft area. We're coming in here to storage, great place for you to keep some of those family heirlooms that you want to hang out here. Of course, there's a bathroom downstairs as well. We come outside, get a chance to see this really nice, well-maintained brick ranch home. And here's a shot of that carport, or car detached workshop that I was talking about earlier. It's 2-car garage on the upper end. You've got a single car garage door on the underneath side, which we'll give you another shot of. But this does give you a chance to see a little bit of the acreage. You've got 8.87 acres here. There is a stream that flows down through the property. This is a shot of the inside of that garage. This is down on the lower level. Gives you a chance to see this was a woodworking shop. You do have that single car garage on that end, but great work area, workspace. Maybe you're running a business. This is a great spot for that. Here's a shot from the other side, looking back. Stairs go upstairs to the great storage area that you have up above. It's 30 by 68 is the dimensions of this building. Very, very spacious. Actually has a paint booth here up on the upper level, but 30 by 68. And it's an upstairs and a lower level, so you've got great access, plenty of room to do whatever it is you feel you need to there. Here's a shot from the back side on the outside looking back towards the house. And this is that really great building I talked about, the 36 by 100. I don't even want to guess at what kind of costs. If you were to try to build a building like this today, Bob, man, it would be pricey. And here it is ready to go. All concrete floor throughout this barn, 36 by 100. And those doors, they go up a long, long ways. It's 16 foot from the trusses down to the floor. So tons and tons of storage.
It's almost big enough for your Cadillac, isn't it?
Yeah, almost. But right here in Lilly and Naff Road with a Henry address, we're not far from Philpott Road,
No, not
Philpott
at all.
Lake.
Real close to the community of Henry.
You bet.
And the post office.
And so, you could get a big old bass boat, pontoon boat, maybe a power boat, John boat.
And just think how inexpensive all those fish would be once you bought all those boats off those fish.
There you go. I like the way you're thinking.
But it is close to, extremely close to Philpott Lake.
But tons and tons of this is just a great opportunity. If you're a shade tree mechanic, man, you could just have all kinds of room to do.
You could build an ark in there, couldn't you?
Yes, sir, you sure could. But here we are back to the acreage, 8.7 acres. As I mentioned, there's a stream, a creek runs right down through the middle of it. So livestock, goats, sheep, horses, pigs, great spot here for them on this Lillian Knapp Road with a Henry address.
Next we'll travel to a very nice property on Bethlehem Road, real close to the intersection of Callaway Road and Retreat Roads, which means you have great mountain views of the Blue Ridge Mountains. 2,700 square feet, all on one floor. A large family room addition in 2006 we'll show you. It's a 4-bedroom, 3-bath home. These pictures show you a lot of updates that have been done. Nice wood floors, nice built-in bookshelves. That living room has a nice fireplace. Kitchen has a good pantry area. Dining area also with built-in shelving. I like that wood on the walls. I like that rustic look. Here's that nice family room addition. Again, that was done in 2006.
You talk about having a big time Christmas party in that room right there, man.
You probably could do some dancing there, couldn't you? I'd like to see that.
Yeah, would you now? Would you? You and several others, I think.
This is a great location. We'll show you a tennis court in a second. I used to play tennis there years ago. It's a nice tennis court, great views, just super location. Again, a 4-bedroom, 3-bath home with an attached 2-car garage. I just keep repeating the views because they are so awesome there. That's wood floors throughout. Of course, you're going to have 1-level living. New flooring you see in this picture. House has a new garage door. Water heater was replaced in 2019. Heat pumps have been recently replaced, as well as the breezeway windows and doors.
This is a really unique feature. Over the weekend, Bob, I was bringing down Christmas decorations.
It's always a pleasant experience for the family.
Yep, and putting up the Thanksgiving decorations.
Nice of you to do that.
And this right here is a great spot. It runs the entire length of the home. And
it's floored?
Yeah, oh yes. From one end to the other, you just do not.
I agree. What I like about this is when you have a large rain event, you maybe can catch a problem there instead of when it becomes a much bigger problem in your ceiling. And as you get older, a little cubby hole or pull downstairs, a little bit harder to navigate. Probably not for you, but seriously, it is a great feature to have walk-in stairs to the attic for many reasons. Helping your family out with Thanksgiving and Christmas is just one of them.
There you go, Bob.
Attached 2-car garage. I'm going to show that tennis court in a second. Nice slate patio. Again, you want to take advantage of the views when you have a nice rural setting like this. You have 2.94 acres. There's a 44 by 120 tennis court.
And the shot of that great view we talked about.
Beautiful Blue Ridge Mountains. So great location. Again, this is near the intersection of Bethlehem Road, Callaway Road, and Retreat Road. Nice house. Just under 3 acres. Looks like we're pretty much approaching the end of our time for this week's show of Mountain Lake Realty Showcase. Thank you, Steve, for what you do.
Thank you, Bob, for letting me join you today, bud. And we certainly appreciate you guys out there joining us. And if you're interested in buying and selling property, look us up. We'd love to see you.